Battle Royale bash time. For the next hour, we're going to spin the wheel. YouTube members are going to win spots to hop on stream and draft Battle Royale teams with me. I'm going to pay for them. If they do well, we'll split the money. It's an easy game. Become a YouTube member. Use the hashtag join the bash. And that's all there is to it. Let's get forward with it. Let's get going. Welcome to the Best Ball Bash. We are throwing a party. One of you guys in the chat will be hopping on stream to draft, and then we will split the $2 million prize.
We are in the 2020 Honda Civic.
I think we got to lock him up.
You're going to be able to get us Jalen Knoll to fall by staring them down in the eye right now.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Pete.
Lock him up.
That's my kind of guy. I am going to need a howl from you.
Hopefully none of my neighbors mind.
Oh, this is going to be my life. This is so much fun.
All right. Hashtag join the bash. Let's get the entries rolling here. We got one entry. Who wants to come draft on a Thursday afternoon? How are we doing? What's up, Chris? The what? Mike. Ben not even letting me catch my breath. Who do I like, Jameson or DeMont this week? I would say I prefer David Montgomery. I don't love the matchup there versus the Browns. I mean, it's been unfortunate. Jameson just doesn't have the role we want right now. And, you know, we kind of see the thesis play out with David Montgomery getting those goal line touchdowns. So I lean there for BR and in most formats, I would say. Wow. And speaking of the devil, then Ben, look at this. I answered his question without even seeing 10 gifted memberships there. Thank you, Ben. That means we have 10 additional people eligible for the bash. Use hashtag join the bash. We got 10 entries. We'll get 3 to 4 people on stage today, depending on if we're doing 6-person, 12-person drafts. It's been fun to make the transition from the Best Ball Bash to the Battle Royale Bash. We're able to get more people on stage. I don't know if this hashtag is going to work. What's up, draft board? Chunk the Deuce says, I'm banned on UD, nervous to join. Well, guess what? We have a precedent for people who don't have access to their account joining the stream. I believe it was my guy, Pat Moore, when he drafted with me. His account was suspended at the time. So this is actually a workaround. You get to still draft. It's just on my account. It's actually a win-win. Maybe what I'm actually providing is a safe haven for the people who can't play on their own accounts. This is the one workaround. There you go. Be sure to let Ben know you're welcome. Or sorry, thank you. Thank Ben. Jeez, I cannot talk today. I think my brain is just fried after 2 straight streams, which you would think I would be in practice after 5-hour best ball breakfast streams in this summer. I don't know, man. I'm struggling today. We had the Fantasy Life DFS jam. Then we just had lulls. In between that, I was getting the hidden gems written up for the week. Those just posted for YouTube members. My favorite scroll down picks for the Underdog slate. I'll also post those for the Underdog Masterclass members after this show when I get a second. Oh, did I forget to gate the chat? God damn it. I forgot to gate the chat to members only. This is the other thing that I put up like 8 events yesterday because I have 3 shows today, 3 shows tomorrow. I am going to change this to members only chat. If a non-member wins, we will spin again, but then I will fix this for going forward. This is the one show I do, public show I do, where the chat is gated for the members. That is a function of the entire premise of this show, where this is meant for YouTube members to win a chance to hop on stream with me. All right, here we go though. Let's spin. Let's get this rolling. Your entries will still be in here, so if you've entered once, you're good. Like I said, we'll hopefully get 3 or 4 people up on stage. I see some familiar names from last week. We got Schmoe. Have we had Schmoe on? I certainly recognize Schmoe. Schmoe's username, but I can't remember. Have we ever had you on, Schmoe? I think we're good though. Schmoe, let me know how you want to receive this link. We can do you can DM me on Discord, you can @ me on Twitter. Yeah, Chris, you got slow roll. That's again, I've given this PSA during the summer. StreamYard does this brutal slow roll. It's kind of like The Price is Right when they spin the wheel. And there's just like that last tick. You think you're good. And then right at the last second. All right, Schmoe, let me know. How are we doing this? You know what we'll do? We'll do what we did last time too. We'll spin in advance just so the second person is already all prepared and ready to go. And then once I'm done with the draft with Schmoe, so we'll then we can just go right to the next guest. So we'll draw again here. This will be the second guest after Schmoe. All right, who's going to be our? There you go. Okay, look at this. Just proving that you can complain your way on. Chris says, I got on stream 5 minutes after buying my membership this summer and have been slow rolled ever since. There you go. There you go, Chris. You will be our second guest today after Schmoe. But I still haven't seen Schmoe in the chat or in my DMs. Are you around, Schmoe? Are you around? Yeah, I'm sorry, but your guys' odds are going to be good today. We only have 15 entries here. Yeah, don't be shy, Schmoe. Chris, also DM me. I need you to bump our DM or wherever we communicated previously. Yep, if you're just tuning in, feel free to use the hashtag join the bash. We'll be spinning some more wheels after our first couple of guests. All right. Oh, there's Chris. Chris, I'm going to give Schmoe one more second here before you jump the line. Have we still seen Schmoe in the chat, or did he disappear after putting his name in the entry? Let's do this, Chris. Chris, you can jump the line. I don't want to hold us up too much. Schmoe, you didn't lose your spot on the show. You just lost batting leadoff for the show. So Chris, feel free to hop on. All right. There he is.
How we doing?
My guy, Chris, my eliminator ass guest. We drafted. Should we review? How's our team doing?
Not good, because I said the guy you needed was Braylon Allen, and ever since then I have just been crawling inside myself. What a dumb thing to say on stream.
Hey, buddy. That's the thing about coming on here and talking best ball is it's inevitable that you're gonna have a million bad takes. So trust me, you're fine. All right, we won't look at the team. We won't torture ourselves.
I got saved from Martin being after me that day, so no one remembers my terrible takes because everyone just remembers Martin on their randomizer.
There you go. That's true. That was the Martin show. There you go. Now, when we talked last, you were telling me you primarily played best ball cash games. What in DFS you primarily play cash games as well, right?
Yep. Starting off hot this year. Every year I do the same thing. I do really well weeks 1 and 2, and then week 3 I get overconfident and lose. So trying to bounce back week 4, but been a good year so far for cash on DFS, on DraftKings at least.
Very nice. And then have you been drafting any underdog dailies? I mean, I know week 1 they had the double doink. That's the cash game. Is that right up your alley?
It is. I haven't done any dailies on Underdog, but I did do my research today because I haven't done any. So I wanted to make sure I've got some scroll down guys just in case I got on the bash.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, I was just doing my batch of research earlier and got my scrolls up there. Let's hop in and do a battle royale draft here. Schmoe, you said I'm here. I just can't message on Twitter. Just at me publicly. And then or just tell me your username your Twitter username in the chat, and then I can DM you. Yeah. So what are your? I'm getting excited for this slate. 6 games with totals over 45, or over 47 actually. What's jumping out to you?
Yeah, I like how the elite quarterbacks are back a little bit. I hope Jaden Daniels plays because then that makes the slate even more interesting. Because like, well, for cash players like myself, having just like a cheap backup quarterback that you can plug in for points is fun, but having a lot of elite quarterbacks makes the slate more difficult but more fun, I would say.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, the Commanders are that you get the double whammy, right? Because we have the Terry McLaurin stuff. He seems like he's not going to play. Debo's price hasn't really rose. Jaden Daniels still at 34. I mean, Zach Ertz is an awesome click. I love this game too. You get it in the dome. Yeah, I think the Commanders are looking great.
Yeah, I would agree.
How are we not filling a BR? Snap filling a BR on a Thursday. Did I enter the wrong one here? What's going on, folks? We got 50,000 up top. 2 more people to come draft with us, or maybe they're scared. They know you're just going to draft such a shipper.
Yeah, they're like, the floor of this team is going to be so high that like we can't.
So sorry, I think you gave a quick rundown, but I was maybe trying to track down Schmoe when you said it. But how has your cash game season been going so far?
Like it does every year. Very good weeks 1 and 2, overconfident week 3, lose and have to bounce back week 4. But still going strong. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's been underpriced for almost a month now, so that's an easy button in cash.
Well, yeah, it's funny because I was writing up CMC and Puka have now emerged as like just the must plays. And then over here, I finally see Puka has flipped James Cook. This morning when I was drafting, he was behind him. And I'm like, yeah, I get it if people want to take Jonathan Taylor over him. But man, like Puka feels like the 102 to me on this slate.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, Taylor's probably you say Taylor's the upside play on half PPR, but even in half PPR, Puka can just like brute force his way with 13 targets to a big week.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, he hasn't been under 15 points in any of these games. And then like this game is going to be good. Like I'm excited about Colts Rams. Yeah.
I mean, if there's a team that's going to turn Daniel Jones into a pumpkin for even a week, it's probably Los Angeles, but their offensive line's been so good that I don't know.
Yeah. So Puka and McCaffrey go. We jinxed it. So Bijan falls here. Cook, Josh Allen. Who do you like?
I think Bijan. Let's take Bijan. I think they'll bounce back this week.
Yeah. Yep. 13 for 72 last week, 5 for 39. Basically, I mean, that's honestly like a pretty decent stat line considering they got fucking blowed out 30-0.
Yeah, like getting blanked and still putting up like 13 fantasy points is pretty impressive.
So are you for this draft, are you pre-planning? Do you have kind of a scroll or a last 2 picks you like here?
I do, depending on how we go. I think the guy who's a good scroll that I saw his ADP was in the 35s, so it sounds like he's not getting drafted a ton. So fingers crossed we built a construction that lends itself to him.
Also, Schmoe, I got your I DM'd you the link when I wrap up this draft with Chris. Feel free to hop on. All right, we are back on the clock. Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Henry, Bowers, Nico, Hampton, Neighbors.
Let's do Amon-Ra. I think I'm so leveraged on Gibbs anyway this year that I think if you're going to beat the Browns, it's probably with quick passing as opposed to the run. They've been stifling the run.
Is your scroll a running back or a wide receiver?
It's a wide receiver. So it might work for this lineup. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was writing up the scrolls a little bit ago, man, it's like the running backs continue to get tighter and tighter. Like every week, I feel like my pool of running back scrolls gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, like are running backs ever going to get hurt again, or is that just a thing that happened in the 2010s?
Well, I mean, James Conner and Najee Harris might wave to you and say, "Hey, buddy, don't forget about us." But yeah, on the high end for sure. Nico, slight slider here. Neighbors, Hurts, Igbuka, Warren, Brown.
Let's get Hurts just to mitigate sort of only one running back if we have to scroll down for a running back.
Yeah, we'll grab Hurts here. I mean, yeah, you're down to Bucky territory, Kyron, Scatabo, Gene T. But yeah, there's a huge ADP gap even from because Bucky is running back 9. And so from running back 8 to 9, it's like a 10 pick ADP gap, I want to say. So a pretty clear tier of running backs this week.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, we'll see what we get here at 21. Nico continues to fall a little bit. No, he does go. So running back, wide receiver, or tight end, what do you like?
I think Tyler Warren get access to that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that same thesis of if that game pops off, like you're going to want, one of Jones, Taylor, or Warren, I think, on teams.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, Warren, you could also run into, like, the game goes nuts. You run into a rushing touchdown, or you run into like a trick play. Like he's the gadget guy, but also the target earner on that team. So,
yep. Okay, we got 2 more picks here. 1-1-1-1. Nothing too crazy in this draft so far. 2 holes setting up a little Kelsey, Derrick Henry mini correlation. We see Jacoby go here in the 5th round. He's a really nice scroll.
that was my guy.
Yeah, this draft are kind of playing a game stack. Oh, this is a big game stack. They go Caleb to Rome with the double Bowers Myers bring back. Not something I like to do in the big BR, but if that's the one game that pops off, you could get there. All right, 2 more picks here. We are on the clock. What are we doing here?
AJ Brown got a stack with Jalen.
All right, we can stack with Jalen here. Last week, it was naked Jalen that got home. He spread it around, but can certainly see the upside if they get pushed here. But man, they are going to need to get pushed for this stack to get home.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, Baker's been, like, the metrics have said he's bad, but like that team is still keeping all their games close. So like a close game can benefit at least. If people throwing.
All right. Let's see here. Who is it? A running back scroll you said, or wide receiver?
It was Jacoby Myers, which was the perfect cash game scroll guy. But even though this is a tournament, but like he runs into a touchdown, he's going to be a great play this week.
Well, what do you want? You want to go 3 wide receivers with a scroll, or do you have a running back you like?
Let's do 3 wide receivers. Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah, you're in the QJ, Ted Arroyo, Brian Thomas, Devontae Smith, Worthy, Pittman.
Let's get Worthy just on the off chance he hits a long one. Like if he hits a long one and he's healthy, your lineup's live. Like,
yeah, let's roll it. There's definitely the mystery box element there. Full participant yesterday. I mean, Baltimore's been giving up big games both on the ground and through the air. And again, worst case scenario too, like they decide, hey, actually he's not good to go or whatever, easy swap here. So yeah. And that game, man, it looks sneakier than you'd think from a total perspective. Yeah.
Like, I mean, even in the context of Worthy, Jamison Williams had 2 huge catches to start last week, 2 like chunk plays, and then they just ran all over them. So like Pacheco's been terrible this year. If the Chiefs can't run, like there's going to be gaps in this defense for Worthy or Tyquan Thornton to hit.
All right, let's see. Let's recap this final squad here. We get bullied off of our Jacoby Myers stack because someone had to do a double bring back to their Caleb Williams stack. Jalen Hurts, Bijan Robinson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Tyler Warren there. Not very cash game king of you to go 3 wide receivers, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, you radicalized me this summer a little bit, too. So what can I say? I'm living a little.
Beautifully. All right. It was great getting you on here again. Glad you're slow rolling by StreamYard there. Finally took a chill pill. And actually what we'll do here, I see Schmoe in the hopper. I'm going to bring Schmoe on in 1 sec. We're going to spin again to figure out who's coming on after Schmoe, and we can pass the baton here. Someone's was just named Name. How am I going to do that? I knew it. Who the hell is Name? This is someone who, this is what you talked about, right? You became a YouTube member and then immediately won.
Yep. I think within 5 minutes of each other.
Name, who are you? Who are you? I don't know how I'm going to validate your username, whoever's DMing me, but let me know how I'm going to get you this link. That is my problem to figure out, Chris. Anything else you want to shout out here before we bring up Schmoe?
No, just keep it up, man. It's been great following along.
All right, man. Have a good week, and let's hope Xavier Worthy catches that bomb for us. All right. There's Schmoe, man. If I know a cubicle setup right there, like this is the most broadcasting from my office setup I've ever seen, Schmoe.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would recognize those tiles from anywhere. That's the phone on the desk. You got your eyes glancing, making sure no superiors are walking in.
Yeah, it's like it's like the 5th floor of a building. There's like nobody in it. Like a big conference room kind of. So
okay. All right. So are you good, or is there some scenarios where you immediately log off and I'm left to my own devices?
I should be good for 10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
Hang on real quick. I just need to figure something out with Name in the chat. All right, Name, you say laugh my ass off, double it and pass it to the next person. Are you saying you don't want to join the bash? You put the hashtag in join the bash, but you don't want to do it? I'm confused, Name. I'm very confused. Let me know. We'll figure that out. But good to put a face to a name, man. I recognize your username from a lot of chats and stuff. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks. I just love the content, and I love drafting BR teams every week. So, yeah.
I was just gonna ask. So you're in the BR streets. How's the season been treating you?
Pretty good. First 2 weeks, I think I was like 25th on the big BR both weeks, and then last week I had a lot of Hertz, Mason, JT teams, but no Henry, so just couldn't quite get up to the top. But yeah, I mean, you can't complain. Top 25s first 2 weeks, so yeah.
All right, that top 25, man. That's better than I've done so far this season. So let's get some of that Schmoe run good going here. Do you how many teams have you drafted so far this week?
Like 25 maybe. This slate is, I think, the most unique. I just don't think there's as many good players as the first 3 weeks. So, like the first 2 rounds, like people are sticking to the ADP a lot more. And I don't think the quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Lamar, are really that great of clicks, just because in those first 2 rounds you have all those really, really good running backs. So I just think the opportunity cost of them is just really high. So I've kind of been.
Hey, God, Schmoe, I got to interrupt you. Something with your audio sounded good for a second, and then it just got like really muffled. I don't know where on your headphones the mic's picking up, but we can't hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Not that much better.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm guessing the microphone like on the headphones?
Yeah.
That's better. That's better.
Okay, is that better?
A little bit. It's going in and out.
Okay.
If you can pull out like the mic from your shirt or from your neck, it might help a little bit. I don't know. Just trying to troubleshoot here.
I can try.
All right. Yeah, this is. I like this. Look at this shot. This is what the bash is all about. Just getting a shot of the office building there. How about that? How do we sound?
Mic. Can you hear me now?
It still sounds like, where is the mic located on your headphones?
I turned them off.
That's better. That's a little better. All right, let's get the picks in. Do you like Puka at 1.5? Allen, Barkley, Gibbs?
Yeah, Puka probably.
All right, let's grab Puka. All right, I think we're in good shape. All right, so we got Puka here. Sorry, did you say how many teams have you drafted this week so far?
Like 25.
Okay, all right. So you're in the weeds here. Are we are you pre-planning? Do you know what you want to do here? Are you going to let this come to you? We're on the clock. Barkley, Gibbs, Lamar.
Gibbs, yeah, probably Gibbs.
All right, we'll go Puka and Gibbs here. Where are you broadcasting, like geographically? Where are you located?
St. Paul, Minnesota. So
okay, big Minnesota crew within the fantasy and in DFS space there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard, but I'm just nobody I know or knows that I really play, or I don't really talk to many other people about like daily stuff. So
Bates says what she sees, ask camera angle. God, that's good. What do you do for work, Schmoe?
So I'm just like a groundskeeper. So I just like mow grass. So I just like ran into an office building currently.
Wait, this isn't your office building? Is this a random office building?
Yeah.
You're serious? This is you don't know anything about, no wonder you're on high alert. What, so you've never been in this building in your life?
Oh, I have a couple times like use the bathroom. So
I was wondering like why you were looking so shifty and nervous about getting busted, and now I realize it's because you don't even have credentials to be in the goddamn building.
Well, gotta get the drafts in.
Oh my God. That is incredible. This is I hope you don't get busted for trespassing here. Nico, Rome, Jalen Hurts, Tyler Warren, AJ Brown, Bucky, Zay Flowers. Who do you like?
Tyler Warren for sure. Yeah.
All right, there we go. We're at 100% exposure for Tyler Warren here so far. We get him opposite Puka, and man, the stakes have never felt so high. I think everyone in this draft, if you're watching, should bleed the clock, because I just want to see someone coming up to Schmoe and saying, "Sir, can I see your credentials?"
It's pretty dead up here, so.
Okay. All right. We're back on the clock. Rome, Hurts, Brown, Bucky, Zay, Herbert, Ladd. We can start to scroll. What do you want to
do? Genty. Let's go Genty. Yeah.
All right.
I've been
I like it.
making a stand on him this week. Just everyone's off him, but at home versus the Bears, I feel like you could have like 102 game. So I don't know.
I love it. Yeah, Genty, I was looking when I was doing the scrolls, and he like just kind of like missed the threshold. I generally try to look for like under 30%. I think he's going to be probably right around there, 35%. But yeah, I think he's a pretty good click this week against the Bears.
Last week I played 10 or 15 Omari and Hampton teams, and he was only drafted, I think, 100 times in the whole BR, and he had like 22 points, so he maybe could have got there with JT, like only a couple points less than Mason, but it's just kind of wild because now this week he goes like first round of the Dawg Bowl, and then last week he was only drafted 100 times in the BR.
Yeah, life comes at you fast. So hang on, I need to understand this a little bit. You were outside working and then listening to this on your phone, and you dropped your name in the chat, and then when you saw that you won, you sprinted into a random building. Is that how this went down?
Pretty much, yeah. I quickly used the bathroom, and then, yeah.
I love it. Had you thought through, like when you entered, you knew there was a chance you could win, so you kind of already knew that this was going to be the place you were going to run to?
Kind of, yeah. I'd say so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like this. Do you know what the office building is, or like what the company is, the space you're in?
I think so, but I'm not honestly as sure.
You should, if someone comes up, you should just tell that you're one of the auditors, and just bring you some files, and yeah, you're good. All right. We need a quarterback and a wide receiver. AJ Brown, Zay, Caleb, Pearsall, Drake, Keenan, Debo, Jaden, QJ.
Let's go Mooney. Darnell Mooney.
All right, I love it. We're getting off the board here a little bit. Darnell Mooney, we got ADP of 36, dead ass 36 ADP. You might be the first person to have clicked Darnell Mooney this week.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm gonna run like 10 or 15. Penix Mooney stacks. So
Okay. All right. Let's see. So we have one more pick. It's got to be our quarterback here. You can do your stacking Stafford, Penix, Dimes, or you could grab any of these other kind of quarterbacks naked if you'd like. What are you thinking?
yeah, Stafford for sure. He's last week they were in the red zone. I don't know how many times. Got field goals. He's just I think he's due for like a four touchdown game one of these weeks.
Ooh, spicy. Well, we do have that game stack, right? You go Stafford to Puka, you bring it back with Warren, you play that as the game of the week, and then Stafford's going to be really low owned, Mooney extremely low owned, Genty. So yeah, this is a little off the board, but I think it tells a story. It tells the story of a man who broke into a building to draft it.
Yeah, I mean, gotta mix. Oh, well, one thing I was gonna ask is like, last year on like BBMDB, you could like look up the ownership combos.
Yeah,
And like I thought that was like a really useful thing to like just see like, all right, like how many Puka Stafford stacks were there? Because now they just tell you the ownership, but like, is there any word on if that's coming back?
You know what? I think, Patrick Donovan, the people's dev, he's got a lot on his plate these days doing free labor, getting up the eliminator stuff. He just added fantasy best ball to the site. So maybe he does have time. I was just about to say he's too busy to do it. And then I remembered that he added fucking fantasy best ball to the site. So I think he has time to add the BR combos. Yeah. Patrick, do you want to add that back?
I just thought that was such a useful tool, like after the fact, to kind of look things up. I remember last year when there was one week where it was Falcons Bucks, and I had like a Cousins double stack with like Pitts and Mooney, and it was like 4 people played it, and it kind of went off. I think I got top 10 maybe that week or something like that, but. Yeah, it's just fun to look at.
Well, last week we had a pool guy on. This week we got the head of ground and maintenance here. Do you want to shout out your company? You want to solicit any business here if people have, I don't know, a golf course that they need you to take a look at?
That's actually what I used to do, was golf course stuff, but I hated that. So, but nope, just love being on and get to draft a fun team.
All right, dude. I think you should take the afternoon off. I think you should just live in that conference room, go see what kind of snacks they have in the break room. And I say you just rip off another 10 BRs from that comfy air-conditioned perch you found for yourself.
There is a vending machine somewhere close, so.
Incredible stuff, Schmoe. It was great meeting you. I was kind of rooting for you to get caught during this. Maybe that makes me a bad person. I thought it would made for good TV, but I'm glad you emerged from this experiment unscathed.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll see you, Schmoe. All right, bringing to the stage. I'm still not convinced they actually won, that their username on here is name. Is this the infamous Chipsy, aka Chipskylark, aka man who cancels and re-ups his sub every 2.5 months? What's going on, sir?
What's up, Pete? How's it going?
What are you doing? What do you do? You're in your car. I just saw you in a building.
I'm just parked outside of a McDonald's currently.
Goodness. What are you out and about doing today? Just getting Mickey D's? You running errands? What's going on?
I'm running some errands. I gotta wait for my boss to give me a shift for some appointments for tonight. I'm out and about.
Well, you are, I feel like you're both like a man of mystery and then also not of mystery, in that you're just constantly in the Discord talking. I can't decide if you're mysterious or not.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think nobody knows what's going on, not even me. So at any moment, anything could happen.
The crowd, the chat is going wild. Willis says a Philly ass looking clown. What do you take to that kind of?
It's all right. He's got Micah coming back to beat him again. It's going to be a tough week for them. So he's got to get something off.
Now, if I recall correctly, you've been pretty faceless on streams. There was one. Is there a Badge Bro stream you appeared on once?
Yeah, we did the dance like 2 years ago after I won, but I think that was a members only one, so it's like semi mysterious, but I'm out there. But yeah,
And I think if I'm piecing together the Deposit Kingdom lore, there was also some selfies from a bachelor party you went to at one point. And other
that
than that,
that
that's it.
that's there. Yeah, that was there. But as you know, nothing lasts of my messages, so you can't find those anymore unless you were
So
maybe
now
Nick has them.
So now you're fully doxxed here. Is this part of a bigger plan? Are you trying to launch your Badge Bros adjacent
There's
streaming
no
career?
plan. There's never a plan, Pete.
Okay, there's no plan. There's no plan. How is life going otherwise? What's new in Chip's world?
I mean, life's going. I won the hurry up last week. That was fun. That was about it. Everything else went terribly in terms of BR and stuff, but we're just figuring it out.
What was the week last year you won the BR?
It was like week 8 or 9. It was when the Lions put up like 50 against, I forget who they played, but Amon-Ra and Goff, and then that was the
Yeah.
Taysom week. Taysom had like 3 rushing touchdowns. So
I
it's the
feel like
Taysom Goff scrolls that got them.
And that was one of the most like runaway BR wins we had seen in a long. Like, weren't you in first like a
I was
quarter
in
into
first
that?
after 1 o'clock, yeah, and then I think it maybe got a little close, but yeah, it never really was. It was just a run out the clock situation mostly.
So explain to me now that I have you face to face, what goes on with all this? Like, you're either extremely online, extremely offline. You either have every YouTube membership or you have no YouTube memberships. What's going on with all this yo-yoing?
It's just kind of how I am. I don't know. Every month there's a new plan, and then you stick to it for a little bit. You go to the gym for 3 days, eat well, and then you binge for a few days. It's kind of that vibe with everything in life, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think it might be because there's just poor influences in the Discord? Just people posting screenshots of their McDonald's orders, every other day. Like, do you have, good role models in the Discord? I guess is what I'm asking.
I think it's mostly a me thing, but there's a lot of different influences going on in certain channels of the Discord.
All right. Well, this meet and greet has been nice. I love putting a face to a name here. But let's draft a BR team. If you can just do what you did in week 8 last year, that would be really good. $25K for each of us. Doesn't that sound nice?
I mean, I'll take it. I'm a bit of an easy DFS ranks merchant, so this is going to be fun. I'm also just on my phone here, so I can barely see the screen. But
okay, so you're using the easy sheet for this draft.
Oh no, I don't have it. Oh, actually, maybe I could pull it up.
Did your subscription last? No, don't cut your camera to pull up easy sheet on your phone.
I didn't know if leaving it would if leaving the Safari would mess with it, so I won't. So we'll
I mean, it's a good fit if you cut off screen to pull up Easy's spreadsheet on your phone every pick.
No, we'll just fly blind.
Okay, all right, we're gonna fly blind. We got the 1-4. Are you getting? You're a big NBA drafter too. Are you getting excited for NBA to return?
Yeah. I mean, the Sixers have destroyed my will to live. In terms of that, but the actual NBA drafts and stuff are always fun. I haven't really gotten to the double dribble. I don't know. I just never I've done it in years past. I've never done well, and then I always just kind of forget about it. Like after it launches anyway. I don't know. They always change the format, so I guess that kind of makes it. There's no real strategy year to year that's developed. It was a nice burp.
Yeah, that was a nice burp. We got the 1-4 here. CMC and Puka go. So does Cook. You like JT, Bijan, Allen, Barkley,
Gotta go JT. Gotta go JT.
All right. Have you been watching? Have you watched Task on HBO? It's a nice portrait of Philadelphia.
I have not. Not really a huge show guy.
Okay, not a huge show guy.
Unless
it's the Badge
classics.
Bros.
Like if it's like a Sopranos, a classic show, all of it episodes are out. I hate having to wait for new episodes. I don't like to be current with it because then it's I like the show.
Aren't you
year into it gets canceled?
Didn't you watch The Sopranos exclusively from TikTok shorts or something?
No, I watched it. We've been ruining The Sopranos for Gumby for a
Oh, it
little
was
bit.
Gumby who's okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here at 2-3. Everybody had to hop in here to bum hunt you. Hot scissors, copper prices. Everybody knew the action was gonna be good in this one.
I mean, listen, I'm pretty good at clicking buttons, but I'm not clicking buttons, and I don't have the easy sheet, so it's probably the time to do it.
Do you need a button to tell you to select Barkley or Gibbs here, or you want to do something else?
I don't know. I don't really like Barkley and Gibbs this week, but I feel like Barkley coming back is probably the pick.
Go Birds! Go Birds!
I mean, they got Vita Vea, they re-signed Watson. They're gonna try to jam up the rushing lanes there, and he just hasn't hit a big one yet. And the line's kind of, I don't know what the current injury statuses are, but Dickerson's been hurt. If Lane's out, that's never good. The splits without Lane are always brutal. But
what's the most Philly thing about you? Have you ever booed Santa Claus, thrown the batteries, shimmied up a pole to celebrate? What's the most quintessential Philly thing about Chip?
Probably just like trying to fight people at games, stuff like that. Never actually been in fights at the games, but just like escalating them, I guess.
Okay. That does sound like you.
Yeah.
That does sound like you.
Yeah, you gotta
All right, we're about to pick in the third. We're done at running back with JT and Barkley. Nico, Neighbors, Rome, Hurts, Igbuka, Adams, AJ Brown. What do the balls say here?
I think Neighbors.
All right, let's do it. What when you won the BR, was that team from the balls, or are you giving Easy the credit for that one?
I think that was a combination. I think it was a combination of the balls and Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That quote out of context has some potential. It was a combinations of the balls and Easy. There you go.
No, it's tough. I usually just jam a bunch, and I mean, last year he wasn't putting out ranks as early in the week, so I would do some before just to try to like get ADP values and stuff. But it's tough to know exactly when that was drafted, but probably a combination, because I don't remember him liking golf a lot last year, but it's tough to say exactly. But
okay. Igbuka, AJ Bucky, Zay, Kyron Ladd, Kincaid, Caleb, Pearsall.
I mean, I feel like just being a top of the ADP guy here, but I feel like Igbuka makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll run back.
Let's do it.
And then we can try to maybe get Baker, or then try to stack with a tight end, because otherwise I don't really know what we're doing at quarterback unless we just run like Jaden naked or something.
Yeah, we can definitely roll naked on this. You think you're going to click any Jackson Dart this week?
Probably not. I'll leave that to Gumby. get his Jackson Dart.
The $1 million man says, Chip, get real close to the phone so I can take a screenshot. What's it like having, this, you actually helped bring viewers to the show, because once the Discord knew that you were on, everybody really came out of the woodwork. I think my numbers just skyrocketed by like 25 here just to see you, Chip, on the big screen.
Yeah, no, it's I've built a little cult following, but it's worth nothing, and but it's good. It's proof that I can accomplish something.
That's right. It's good. Although there was a comment here from Easy earlier, and he said, "I kind of wish Schmoe was Chip."
He tuned in and he thought I was already on when it was Schmoe. But
and Schmoe was an endearing dude too. Like, that's a tough act for you to follow, especially if people thought you were Schmoe.
Yeah, I think Schmoe's got his life a little more together than me, so it's tough to get us mixed up, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, I let all my guests shill, within reason on this show. I mean, I'm going to give you an opportunity here to
listen. If anyone's in New Jersey or Pennsylvania and they want to save money on their electric bills, I'm your guy.
All right, what tight end do you want here?
I can't even see.
Kincaid, Henry, Laporta, Kelsey, Juwan Johnson, Andrews, Ertz.
Probably Kelsey if Mahomes is still there, and then we can maybe do that. If not,
yeah, Mahomes is there, and everyone behind us has a quarterback, so we can do that.
Yeah, I guess Kelsey, Mahomes. I mean, it's not hitting years maybe, but it's two Hall of Famers, and should be a game where they get pushed at least.
Throw it in
before
the two Hall of Famers as commentary at a BR draft. That's a man who's listened to a lot of talk radio right there. A couple Hall of Famers here at the draft.
Listen, you can't go wrong. You just got to draft the best players. That's the key to everything. People try to they try to think about combos and ownership and all this, and it's like sometimes you got to just draft the people that are going to score a lot of points.
You know, you could do a shout out. Or we could do a reverse shout out. Are there any haters and losers out there that you want to slam? Anyone from the Discord? Any beefs you want to squash or stoke?
I would like to slam all the lurkers.
Okay.
If you just lurk, if you're a lurker, you got to do more. You got to be better.
Well, I kind of agree with you, but I would say it's a little bit of a paradox because when someone new does come in, you guys also tell the new people to shut up too. So how do you go from being
but that's like a test. That's a test. You got to push back. You got to have something to you.
Okay. All right. So it's basically the equivalent of an initiation to get past that.
That's what I would say.
Yes. Okay. Beautiful stuff here. It was great meeting you. Thank you for coming on. How many YouTube accounts have you burned through if one of them is just
this is the same one? I just changed my name for name just to be. I guess I was being a lurker with the name for a bit.
Yeah, you're a fucking lurker.
Sometimes you gotta be a hypocrite.
Yeah. Jeez. All right, man. Well, it was.
Listen, there's two wolves inside of me, and both of them are they're screaming all the time.
Well, I hope you find the peace that you need in life, Chip.
I appreciate it, Pete. I love your shows. I love everything you do.
Love you too, Chip. We'll see you, man.
See ya.
All right, we're gonna spin again here after name one. Shout out to Chipsy. Let's see who else is gonna pop on here. Clay, my dude, Clay. Love it. Have not had a chance to do a show with Clay in a while. This will be good, Clay. I will see if I have you on. There you are on Discord. I'll send this to you, brother. There you go. Chipskylark, everyone, aka Chipsy, aka Name, aka the Pride of Philadelphia, aka the man if you need to convert to solar. I had someone come to my door, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago, and all I could see was Chip when they asked me if I wanted to convert to solar, and I slammed the door in their face. They seemed like a nice dude, but all I could picture was Chip. Here we go. What is up, Clay? How are we doing, brother?
What's up, man? How's it going?
How you doing?
Good.
Look at
Doing
that
well.
flow, man. Look at that.
I know,
flow.
dude. It's the hair's been long for a minute now, so I'm overdue for a cut. But who's got the time?
What's new with you, man? I see you on Instagram. You're traveling. You're working. How are things going?
Going good, man. Yeah, a lot going on. A lot of good things. Been doing a lot of travel for our YouTube Creator Golf League People's League. We got our championship event coming up in October. Pretty pumped for that. And then not so much travel, but deep in the prediction market streets right now. So our AI agent Billy Betts been you do autonomous strategies with him now on different prediction market platforms. Kalshi, we got Polymarket coming this week, Myriad, etc. And I don't, Pete, have you paid attention to this like mentioned markets meta at all? Or have you tapped in here yet?
No.
So what I'm really excited about, actually, Underdog is getting into the prediction market space. I think that's more of like a sportsbook play for legality in the US, but excited to see where that goes. But mention markets are like the new thing, man, with like, so for example, tonight there's a mention market for Thursday Night Football. So you can place action on if you think that Al Michaels or Kirk Herbstreit says certain words during the broadcast, and you can take the yes or the no side. Everything's, markets out. So that's really fascinating. But they're becoming some of the best like live sweat material for people to stream, and streaming mention markets as I think the new kind of meta. And it's taking me back to our Club Top Shot days where, it was just so fun to kind of be on stream. Everyone had these like moments of community and kind of hanging out together with like a joint sweat. And so I think the mention markets is like a really fun version of that.
I mean, you got to know they're sickos, right? Because I mean, it happens with the Super Bowl, right? That's when it's popular of like, will this be said? But if there are actual markets forming of this, like there have to be people who've downloaded transcripts of like other broadcasts and then run it through AI to find the frequency of which these guys are already saying these words?
For sure. There's a thing last night's South Park's episode featured prediction markets, and this is like the most like Inception shit of all time. And there was actually a pretty interesting dynamic where it was if a prediction market was mentioned over 5 times, and people went through the running of the show thinking that didn't happen. It was only 4 times, and so it almost bonded on the no side. And then somebody caught that it had actually been mentioned and would qualify with the rules for 5 mentions, and they started taking the yes action before it closed out with like the no bond, and made a lick all the way from like, you know, basically a 1 cent trade to bonding and closing out on the yes side. So there is certainly some edge to be had as it relates to how people can live track or, you know ball knowledge or have a little knowledge here. So it's fun, man. It's pretty unique and pretty interesting. But I definitely think there's a reason that prediction markets are going to become better than sports books and bigger than sports books. It's way better for the user experience, and you're not getting hosed by the house.
Well, there you go. I love it. I'm intrigued. Keep me posted on that on that world as it develops. We're gonna mix it up for this last draft. Clay, what if we try to punch a ticket to Kansas City with the Dawg Bowl here? You want to?
I love it, man. Actually, I have a friend who is working on the production side of the brawl, not the brawl, the Dawg Bowl. Jesus Christ, my brain is fried.
Okay. Is this like, are they a new employee at Underdog, or?
It's through how Underdog puts on the events. I'm not gonna give it all away because I don't want to like blow up Underdog spot or anything, but they contract out certain elements of the production side of things. And so I have a friend who her role is with one of the companies that they work with. So I've seen a little bit of, kind of the post inspiration for what is coming with Kansas City, and what's, top tier is everything Underdog does.
Wow, man, look at you getting sneak peeks there. All right. I love the good tease. All right. We filled this quickly. We got the 110 here. Clay, this is my first Dawg Bowl draft here. Someone was saying that your setup relative to our past 2 guests is is way too clean. We had multiple people basically on the lam broadcasting previously.
Yeah, I get shit, and appropriately so, for having a podcast mic when I join calls and stuff. This was, a present courtesy of our old friend MBL back in the club days.
Wow.
That I've just kept using
MBL gave you your mic?
Yeah, my Yeti mic, which is what a guy. And I've used it ever since. And then now I'm doing streams with Bunchu, who's our CEO, Billy Betts, daily at 1 p.m. on Pump, where we're talking about prediction markets and the Billy Betts Trading Center platform. And using some of the creator fees there to pay creators. We're building out a media channel and token buyback. So it's been a lot of fun, but I've been streaming more myself recently, which I've been enjoying.
Nice, man. Well, yeah, you've spread your wings since our, you were just I remember so for people who don't know, Clay had been active in the Discord and, playing DFS. And then when Club Top Shot got going, I don't know exactly how it materialized, but you're like, hey, you want me to run social for that back when there was a market for us to be tweeting out a bunch. And you took the reins there and helped us grow that account pretty quickly, which was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was the good days, man, of clipping and ripping streams that, we were going out to like 1 a.m. on like some just random nights back in the day. So a different time. We've all, I think, I'm unfortunately still way too much of a night out, but I'm working on that myself.
I was gonna say, man, yeah, that show never happens. There is no Club Top Shot if it happens when I'm, in 2025 with a kid. There's no staying up late. There's no dancing and drinking in the club. So I'm glad we snuck that in before I had a child.
It is Lou point out, the OG ones know the old 2 phones, the LG days with Flip and Pete phones was my original.
Yes, that's true.
The Swolecast and everything from there. That's kind of how I got into Discord early, and Discord turned into
my first influencer gift, an LG Wing phone from you.
Proud to have claim on that territory of the original seeder for your talking about expanding wings, bro. I mean, you're on damn YouTube hosting everyone now, so
yeah, everything comes back to Club Top Shot. It
all comes back to Club Top Shot. That's right.
All right, we're about to pick 110. This is the Dawg Bowl. Top 3 finishers this week get a seat in the final to compete for $200,000 in prizes, $1 million prize pool. We'll see what Copper does here. We're going to have the quarterbacks, Neighbors, Bucky, available. What do you want to do here? Kind of a tough tier break, honestly.
Yeah, it is. I was gonna go Hampton there. I think for me, I'm pretty high on Nico this week. I just feel like it's a little bit more vibes based, torches the Titans. So I'm willing to pull him up because I think it's pretty flat. I don't want to go QB right away. I'd rather lock in some high upside plays. So right. I'm on Nico this week, but yeah, back of the board here in the 12 people drafts a little bit challenging.
Yeah, we'll grab Nico here. Yeah, the elite quarterbacks are always a little tricky in the 12 person, just with how deep quarterback goes. We'll see what these guys go. Have you been drafting much on Underdog this year? Or are you too busy with your other stuff?
I've been drafting some, not as much as I would like to in an ideal world. Pulling too many directions, but yeah, firing volume because I can't help myself. It's too good.
There you go. Yeah, win Ja Rule on the bash. How's that? You keep in touch with Ja?
I do. Yeah, Ja actually owns a team in our golf league, and so I'm going to get to see Ja in a couple of weeks now. Good people, man. It's Ja's, one of the good ones, despite some of the public reputation from Firefest. I'll maintain that. All right, what do you think here?
Lamar does come back. Neighbors, Amon-Ra, Bowers, Rome. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm also into Martin Gilling Bowers, hoping he's healthier. If he can separate at tight end, trying to find the edge here. But I know tight end. I love Neighbors, man, but I'm a little bit nervous with the whole thing. I think we go Bowers and lock in, and let's try to get an edge at tight end relative to the field this week.
Here we go.
No,
this is the week.
This is the
week. All right. Yeah, watch McBride go for like 102 tonight when none of us can draft him on the main slate. That seems like a McBride move.
I might have already taken him over 100 yards.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's Billy Betts on tonight? What are the plays?
He's on Seattle right now. It was the first official play. Seattle money line at 54 cents as you're trading on prediction markets or relative value odds wise. And then Bunchy and I on stream today were going over some of the prop market plays, and we like Kenneth Walker for a touchdown paired with Kupp, no touchdown. And we're looking at some of these pairings where you can take one player on a team to score and another player on the same team to not score, and have some nice opportunity there for official plays. So I like that a lot. And then the mention markets, man, that's really the fun play for tonight. So we're high on safety as a mention, which can be hit. And you have to look at the rules page for all these things, right? So that can hit from either them talking about the play of a safety happening or not happening, or a positional mention of safety. We got one Buda Baker playing tonight, often referenced in the broadcast. So from Kirk Herbstreit or Al Michaels' lips to God's ears, we're hoping that safety is mentioned at least once, along with picked, which you picked up a first down, picked off, many ways that can hit, and inches being the other one. So those are the three of the mentions that Bunch and I are on tonight as well.
You guys are sick, man. So you're going to be tuning into this broadcast, and the way I now watch football games, it's like you kind of have it on in the background, you're doing stuff. But if you're telling me because of your sweats involved in the mentions that you just have to have the volume tuned up, your lovely wife tries to talk to you and you're like, shh, I need to hear if he says inches. Honey, is that the reality we live in?
Yeah, she didn't think it could get much worse from having to listen to Scott Hansen's voice for 7 hours on a Sunday plus more football. I love tuning into the Shipcast, on Sunday afternoons now as well. So it's kind of the same setup actually. Is I'll usually try to find somebody streaming the game and have their volume up and the game volume down. Although recently, the last with the South Park episode and the Kimmel episode the other night, it's you have headphones on listening to the game broadcast, headphone on listening to the streamer who's maybe a second or two delayed, and you're trying to triangulate what mentions hit, what mentions haven't hit, where the action is, can you live trade? So yeah, I guess I didn't realize how kind of sicko hours this is, but when you're in this prediction markets bubble, it feels normal and fun, and just where things are going. So
all right, there you go. I mean, I will say it sounds a lot like what we used to say about NFTs. Where did I? What happened here? Oh no, we're back. Sorry, I clicked a setting there. All right, I hope you emerge on the other side profitable and with your marriage still intact. That's what I'll say for you, Clay.
Yeah. Amen. Got a good
Yeah,
one.
as
If we're
Imwald
hitting
says, I would be
threes,
so
we're good.
single if I ever told my significant other I was betting on sports broadcasting mentions.
At this point, man, she's been through it all, so she's along for the ride.
Oh yeah, I know how that goes. All right, we'll see what we got cooking here in the third round. We start Nico and Brock Bowers. Clay said, I don't need a first round pick. I'm actually trading back so I can have 2 second round picks in this Dawg Bowl draft. We'll see how it works out for him. No, I'm kidding. Well, it'll work out. Do you have any other angles on this slate you're interested in?
I like the Loki, like the Patriots going against Panthers. I think that's a good spot for some action. I think we're going to need to get creative here at running back. So we're going to need to take a look here and see, because it dries up quickly and there's certainly a break. But after Hampton goes, it's like, you can poke holes in everybody, but then it's just kind of like, where's your full on drop off point? I think we're past the drop off point of good running back plays, but we're gonna try to.
These are some of the guys that I was writing up for the scrolls here. I think we're probably looking at a 3 wide receiver team. I think so too. Honestly, the best path might be building out a game stack around Chicago and Las Vegas at this point.
Yeah, I'm certainly game for that. So let's see. Are you feeling like Pollard at all against Houston's kind of a gross matchup? What would you do for Chicago? Would you lock up Caleb or would you just go? Rome's
we could do Swift opposite there. I think Kamara, Pollard, ETN, Swift. I think all 4 of those are solid plays there if you don't feel strongly about any of these wide receivers.
I don't feel strongly. Let's go. What's your favorite running back play?
We can do Pollard. If we're gonna play if we're gonna play Nico, we know question. Nico's probably gonna need to get pushed because this team is awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
We're kind of playing the reverse game script based on the totals because Tennessee are pretty big dogs. But if we get the Pollard touchdowns, then the correlation could set up pretty well.
Yeah. You just got to tell yourself a story, man. That's the name of the game.
Here are a couple practice updates with our Q tag. So Jaden Daniels practiced again today and limited. Terry McLaurin didn't practice and Bill didn't practice either.
Yeah, I saw that Bill Q-tab pop up there, so that's interesting.
Yeah. All right, so we're back on the clock. Jacoby and Kamara go. So yeah, we could set something up. You could even go like a naked Caleb here if you want to lock him up. You could get ETN or Swift. You could play Swift opposite Bowers, or if you like any of these wide receivers.
I low-key like UJ this week to torch the Giants. We're gonna buy in on that. But I could if he puts up a 20 ball in the 4th round, we're gonna like that score. So
all right. There we go. We'll grab QJ. So we got Nico, Bowers, Pollard, and QJ here on this squad.
I wanted the thought there being like I wanted to keep a little optionality to go 3rd wide receiver versus like locking up a running back that I'm like not as excited about in that range. Yeah. And I didn't want to settle. We're taking a swing here, man. We're trying to go to Kansas City, so I'm shooting for upside, even though if it's a thinner play, I'm not looking.
Well, look at this. So in round 1, there were 10 running backs selected and 2 wide receivers. In round 2, there was 1, Genty. And then round 3, people kind of dipped into that next tier: Scatabo, Henderson, Chuba, Judkins, Pollard. But just like a really clear big tier at running back this week, and then it drops off pretty quickly.
Yeah, I haven't done any 12s this week, in part for this reason. Six mans have been fun, and I haven't done a ton of volume, but I have I try not to go into a draft like a plan per se, but I'll have like a thought. I'll be like, oh yeah, we'll go for some more Drake May stacks, and all of a sudden you're just like scooping value in these 6-man drafts because the tiers are kind of flat, and so people get a little weird with it. So if you have like any, I'm a little higher on Nico this week. I'm ready for a bounce back. I think he's going to want to torch the Titans' divisional opponent. Just if there's a spot for him to get right and a spot that doesn't necessarily look great on paper, like this is one to me. So, and like nice. That Titans quarterback, keep talking shit, man. Keep talking shit to Nico. Let's go.
There you go. How are your UNC guys? I mean, Mac Hollins is starting to get worked in here. How are you feeling about it? What's actually, yeah, what's the boots on the ground, Bill Belichick? What's that been like as a UNC alum?
We're on to basketball season. That's what.
Wow, that quickly. What is the record now? I just saw that there was the highly publicized week 1 loss, and I literally don't even know an update. What's the record?
1-3.
1-3.
I believe no, 2-2. I don't know, man. I stopped watching after it was so fucking bad. 2 and we beat Richmond and UCF, and no, we got spanked by UCF. Yeah, 2-2. So this last game we played UCF and just got waxed. The 2 teams we beat are like not even eligible football schools hardly. So it got bad quickly, man. I think we play Clemson this week. It's gonna be a fucking disaster. So
wow.
We went from that first drive of that UNC, the first UNC game against TCU. My group chats are going crazy. Everyone's like, "We're going to the national championship. Like, get your bets in. Like, book it."
Oh God.
Fucking downhill. You had 9 minutes of scripted plays for a tutty, and everyone's losing their fucking mind, like thinking we're gonna go be in the college football playoff. So we're on to basketball season.
Unbelievable. Bill. Yeah, I mean, Bill is down so bad now that his name is more synonymous with the third string running back on the Commanders than it is with Mr. Belichick himself.
Yeah, truly. He lost that very quickly, and it's going. I got my father-in-law a Chapel Bill shirt. He's a Patriots fan from the Northeast, so it felt good for his birthday preseason. No, I'm afraid he's gonna burn
that's one of those. It's like
I lost some
used to do like
that one.
Yeah, you do like a soccer camp as a kid and you wear the t-shirt once and it's never worn again. That's what that Chapel Bill shirt is going to do there.
He's going to re-gift it back to me. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, did you realize that there's a Clay Mentions prediction market that popped up in the chat and someone had it at minus 290 that you said tutty?
Yeah, that was honestly probably aggressively low. So
there you go. I will say this, dude. I was kind of liking Swift on this team. He's going to come all the way back to us here.
Yeah, I think we do it at that
opposite
point.
Bowers is kind of nice.
Yeah, I think we do it at that point.
Well, the nice thing too is you have cover. Everyone's already taken their quarterback too, so you can go Swift and then get whatever quarterback you want.
Yeah. So let's talk QB strategy here for a second, right? Like, are we going to do the classic stack it up? CJ's gone, right? Even though he feels terrible.
No, CJ's not gone.
There,
I would say
so gross.
So I would say, okay, we're going to take Swift. Geno stacks with Bowers. Dart is kind of fun as the high upside guy opposite QJ. I feel like I don't want to do Stroud is just that offense.
Stroud's so gross. I don't know, but I would probably take like we're saying Dart's upside because of like his rushing ability too. We're counting that in there as part of it, or just like fun game environment against QJ. Because I think straight up it's like Drake May over Jackson Dart from like a rushing standpoint. And
for sure. The one thing you're going to get is Dart is because he's going to be out. So like, look at Dart is the QB 14. So he's going to have a little less ownership than May, who's the QB 8. So May's going to be like what, 70, 80%. Right. And Dart might be more like 40, 30%.
Where's Geno at? Geno's right after May.
Geno is the QB 11. So he's in between those two from an ownership perspective.
And we're thinking Geno's probably always pair with Bowers, or not always, but like predominantly.
Yeah, I don't think there's any problem with May.
I don't. Yeah, it's so hard because it's like they're all kind of it's 6 1/2 dozen the other.
Yeah, I think it's I would say May or Dart probably just to get that juice and play Bowers through like more of a high volume reception kind of game.
Yeah, let's go May. I think May rushes one in this week.
Yeah. All right. We grabbed Drake May. Here's the final squad, Clay. Drake May, you had, again, I knew you were going to get some kind of find a UNC connection on here. There
Snuck
you go.
It in there.
Tony Pollard, DeAndre Swift at running back, Nico and QJ at wide receiver, Brock Bowers at tight end. I think this has some life, Clay. It has some life.
It could be worse. It could be better. It could be worse. But I mean, you got Nico and QJ, man. And like, for all the shit that we've collectively given QJ over the years, I mean, the guy's got 20-point upside, flashing.
Yeah, dude, he's balling.
He's balling for sure. You can't say anything against him at this point. So we're gonna hope that plays out, man. That's our QJ to KC.
All right, there you go. QJ to KC, and then we can get a boots on the ground look at what you've been hearing about with the production of the Dawg Bowl, which sounds very cool. Clay, always a pleasure drafting with you. Thank you, everybody, hanging out, bashing it up today. Chris and Schmoe and Chipsy and Clay, very fun show here today. Every Thursday, if you guys missed out, if you're YouTube members, we'll do this at 3 p.m. Eastern. Get 4 to 5 of you up on stage drafting BR teams. And otherwise, for me, I'll see you guys tomorrow for all the DFS shows. Block Party with JM, Bully the Sims with Yuta, and then Off and On the Clock with John and Nez. Like I said, for YouTube members, Hand Builder and Opto Bros, I just posted my scrolls, my favorite scroll down plays on the slate, and then I'm going to put those in the masterclass as well. We still got that promo going, 10% off Underdog DFS masterclass with promo code BADGE. The winner of last week's BR, Alec, a masterclass sub, referencing some of the QB stacking stuff, getting him on Hurts to paired with Hunter Henry. Some very cool stuff there. All right, guys, appreciate you all. We'll see you next week on the Bash.